And one. And here we are. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to b.hive Productions Horror Humpdays. We are on episode number 23, and we are reading from my book Sleepwalker, which came out in 2022. Um, and it has been a fun ride. We're actually coming down to kind of a close on it. We got a couple more chapters. Tonight's chapter is a little short, but it's pretty fast paced. Good evening, Shannon. Welcome to tonight's broadcast. Um, yeah, there's the next two are kind of short. So, well, actually, this one's kind of short, and then what we got next week is the Wendigo. Yeah, that one's a few pages. And then the last one is a few pages. So yeah, we're coming towards the end. Good evening, Bobby. It's my partner in crime. So we tend to be getting our names in the paper, but all for good things, right, buddy? All for good things so far. Anyhow, how's everybody doing? We've had kind of a rough. It's been a rough start for the year. A friend of mine passed away. Lives across the street. Kind of sad to lose him. Hey, Kevin. Good to see you, buddy. Um, so, but yeah. So that's kind of how I started my year. It's a busy week. Coming back. So, um, Monday. What did I have going on Monday? I had something going on Monday. Uh, life's been pretty busy. See, Tuesday I had tunes on Tuesday. Tonight I got this, but I also had an appointment with get my hair chopped, and then also, yeah, I had other things going on. Winthrop's Most Wanted, right, right. Um, and then let's see, Monday I had something going on. What the heck? Why don't I remember what it is? So anyhow, tomorrow I've got. Oh yeah, we went to a movie on Monday. Durr. So yeah, that was Bobby and I went to go see a complete unknown about um, about Bob Dylan, which him and I will talk about on Tuesday next week on Tunes for Tuesday as we feature some good old tunes from him. Um, and then tomorrow I've got my EMT class. That's from 6 to 10. And Friday I have a wake for my friend. And Saturday I have the funeral, which I'm going to be a pallbearer at, which I'm very honored to do that. And then the big family Christmas with my dad and my stepmom's family. So yeah, so that's been this week. So maybe Sunday I'll get to sleep a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. And then the weekend after that, I got my granddaughter's birthday party. So kind of crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, anyhow, what we do here on Horror Hump Days, if you're new, um, I read you one of my short stories that I've published, or I read you a chapter from one of my horror books. We're currently reading from Sleepwalker, as I'd mentioned before. And it's a story about a couple of guys, a couple of friends in their 50s who've been deer hunting up north in northern Minnesota since they were young. And, well, they try hunting on new grounds, and there ends up being a thin spot in the fabric of reality. And our hero, BroadMeadow, has fallen through the thin spot, and he first encountered a Wendigo, which had taken over the town, and his best friend Jeff, and everybody was trying to eat him. And then when he woke up again, he ended up in a pandemic, and he also dealt with Pioneer Vampire. He's dealt with the takeover of the city of Grand Rapids, Minnesota, um, by reptoid aliens. And let's see, what else has he gone after? Atomic war. He woke up on a faster than light space shuttle and ended up in the midst of the zombie apocalypse on Earth. And he also dealt with nuclear war, and that's kind of where we left him last week. And as he was being incinerated, he started to remember who he was. And now he is waking up in today's episode in the midst of an alien invasion. So he didn't quite make it back to his own reality yet. At least we hope not. So that's tonight's episode called Visitors. And I got a special treat. I was thinking about the old black and white 1950s horror movies, or not horror, but sci-fi movies. And some of there was a lot of my favorites back then. The Day the Earth Stood Still, Invaders from Mars, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Thing from Another World, all kinds of really cool black and white sci-fi. And so I thought tonight we would have some 50s sci-fi sound effects in the background as I read to you tonight. I would think that probably my number one alien invasion movie, it's not a black and white one, it's a toss-up between Invasion of the Body Snatchers or let's see, what's the other one? Oh, Signs with Mel Gibson. That one just, goddamn, that was oh, and The Thing. Yeah, all these different movies are coming to mind now. But Signs had me really scared. And I really get scared at movies, especially at my age, but that one kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies. So anyhow, let's jump into this alien invasion that Bo is going through. And let's add a little sound effects to that, shall we? There we go. Oh, I like it. I like it. All right. Here we go. And I'm on the wrong page. Here we go. Visitors. My name is BroadMeadow. The fuck are you on about? Jeff said through grit teeth. Help me get this shit nailed up. What's going on? What do you mean, what's going on? There's a full-scale invasion of those fucking tentacled things out there. Jesus, man, wake up! No, this isn't right. Well, tell that to Will and his son. After the last nail was hammered, Bo looked around the cabin. His hand was still gripped around the talisman. Jeff was spattered with what he thought was blood, but realized it was black with a green hue. Furniture had been torn apart and used to fortify the windows. Outside, he could hear strange growling, and not from just one source, but many. Becca, Will's wife, was stained with tears and with blood. What happened to Will and Junior? Bo asked in a bit of a daze. They're dead, Jeff spat. You know this. You were here. You watched them get torn apart by them things. How can you just stand there like you don't fucking know? Bo looks over to Becca. I'm sorry. How many rounds do you have left? Jeff asks. Rounds? I've got 2 full magazines, so 32. What is wrong with you, man? You're looking completely out of it. Bo tried to find the words. but his concentration kept getting interrupted by whatever those things were outside. I, I can't explain it to you, man, he said. I really don't know much about it myself. Much about what? This... How do I say this? This isn't my reality. I keep slipping into all these different realities. Some things are the same, but some things are different. I'm just looking to get home. Seriously? Jeff spat again. We've got the fucking predator from outer space running around out there trying to collect on us as souvenirs, and you're gonna pull this shit on me? Come on, motherfucker. I fucking need you here. And now. I know you don't get it, amigo. I don't think I would if I were in your shoes, but I think I need to get to the Wendigo Woods. Are you fucking insane? The fucking hunting spot? Look, I know how it sounds, but it's the only way I can get back home. We aren't going anywhere. I got enough rations to last us for a few months. Maybe the military will get these things cleared out before that runs out. I say we shoot him in the fucking leg and feed him to those shit things out there, Becca said coldly. Becca, Bo gasped. Seriously, what the fuck did I do to deserve... You don't deserve shit! Just like Will and my son didn't deserve to get taken out by those sons of bitches. Coming here just to rescue you boys. Jeff, Bo turned to his friend. I'm gonna open this door, and I'm gonna go out there myself then. Cover my ass until I get to the side-by-side out there at least. Becca walked over to a boarded-up window. She looked through the cracks to see if she could spot any of the alien invaders. It's pitch black out there, she said. I can't see a fucking thing. Bo and Jeff noticed she'd gone silent and looked over at Becca Stevenson. Her back was turned to them. The only thing they could see was her dirty blonde hair tucked messily under a Under Armour trucker's cap. A camouflaged flak jacket covered her torso, and a pair of pink camo leggings tucked into a pair of Sorel boots. Becca? Bo asked with no answer. Do you see something? Becca, Jeff asked. When Jeff walked over to her and tried to spin her around, he noticed something attached to her face. It was black and dripping with slime, like a thin tendril of oil. There were those rainbows that petroleum gives off in liquid. The tendril looked as if it were trying to force its way down her throat. Jeff pulled at her, and the thing just kept trying to push into her. Fuck! Jeff hollered. Bo, help me! They both grabbed onto her, trying to pull her away from the pulsating tendril, but it seemed to be deep enough that it controlled the direction of her body. Becca kicked and gagged as dark brown fluid leaked down the side of her mouth. What the fuck is this shit? Bo shouted. Jeff grabbed a hold of the tendril and tried to wrestle it away from Becca's mouth. Another tendril forced its way into the cabin and wrapped itself into several coils around Jeff. Bo pulled out his fillet knife and tried to carve into it, but the knife only passed through it like jelly, and then it snaked tighter around Jeff. Becca began to be pulled into the spaces of the planks that boarded up the windows. A muffled scream bubbled from inside her as her body snapped in half and she was pulled through into whatever horror was outside. Oh my fucking God! Bo screamed and tried more than ever to free his hand of Jeff. Grrr! Jeff tried saying through a crushed esophagus. Grenade! Hey, Chuck. Thanks for bringing the badgers and the bees, buddy. Bo immediately ran to the wooden chest that sat at the foot of one of the beds. He grabbed a frag grenade that Jeff had stocked in there, among other tools of an explosive nature. Jeff gripped the grenade in Bo's hands. I love you, brother. With that, he pulled the pin and let the alien outside take him through the hole in the wall. Jeff, for the love of God, no! Bo shouted, and then an alien roar was cut short by a small explosion. Odd-colored guts splattered the cabin wall. This is my chance, he thought to himself. Jeff gave himself up, so I'd have a chance. The path was clear to the ATV, so he grabbed a rifle and ran out the front door to Will Stevenson side by side. There were 3 other aliens on the other side of the cabin that saw their quarry was trying to escape. They screeched in rage and began coming for him. Thankfully, Will was a perfectionist. He kept all his equipment in tip-top shape all year round. It was very rare that any of his vehicles, tractors, snowmobiles, motorcycles, or ATVs, would ever stall unless they were ran into a tree. Even then, they would maybe crawl back home. The side-by-side started right up and roared to life. Bo whipped it around, spraying a rooster tail of gravel into the faces of the alien invaders. The sky, he saw, was littered with spacecraft, shooting down military fighter jets. There was aircraft littered all over the ground. Large, burned-out craters that smoldered with green smoke were pockmarked all over the terrain. Jesus, Bo thought to himself. What a nightmare this reality has been in such a short time. I wonder how my kids are faring in this. Or do I even have kids in this reality? Am I married? And how long has this battle raged on? He witnessed so many people being killed by these creatures in the woods. He weaved in and out of horrendous scene after horrendous scene until he found the old dirt road to Wendigo Woods. He skidded to a stop 10 yards from his hunting spot. Still gripping his talisman, he jumped from the ATV and ran full on towards the dense fog. This is it. The thin spot must be somewhere around here. Aliens were surrounding him. Trees fell as they made their way greedily towards him. Come on. Where's this fucking thin spot? A roar came from somewhere to the south of him. God damn it. I can fall through these things so easy before. Where the hell is it now? He ran blindly into the fog, thinking he was almost in the middle of the valley. It was so hard to tell distance in this denseness, and the noise of the creatures were close. Take me now. Something was rushing up behind him. Don't let Jeff, Will, Becca, and Will Jr.'s sacrifice be for nothing. Another something was closing to his left. Fuck! There was excitement in the aliens' roars as they got closer. Maybe I won't make it this time. But he felt it. It was like sand running across his skin in a high wind. The air seemed to be pulled from his one good lung. This is it. The thin spot. Then it was like a vacuum, void of sound. Silence for like 15 seconds. And as he left this dimension and entered another, the conquering race of aliens that heralded from what the astronomy geeks called Sagan Alpha 3 heard a popping noise, and then their prey was gone. All right, you guys, there you have it. Visitors. Like I said, this one was a short one. So, hey, Chuck, I'm glad you made it. Glad you made it, but I know you've been busy out there at the Boy Scout camp. So, looks like a heck of a little cabin you guys got going on there. So anyhow, I in reading that, I was looking to see what somebody that had far more intelligence than I myself do, as far as what they think about alien life and invasions. And I found this article on Stephen Hawking regarding aliens, and it's kind of scary what his predictions were as far as that goes. Um, let's see, where are we? Oh, of course, it didn't save my highlights here. Let's see here. Let's see. Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom. Stephen Hawking. Hawking supported the search for alien life through listening, but warned against active attempts to make contact, citing the potential for disastrous consequences if advanced extraterrestrial civilizations possessed more sophisticated technology and weaponry than humanity did. A recent Newsweek report titled Scientists Make Message to Send Earth's Location to Aliens, Ignoring Stephen Hawking's Warning, revisits his concerns about contacting extraterrestrial life. Currently, Voyager 1 is hurtling through space at mind-boggling speed of 38,000 miles per hour. To put this into perspective, NASA's Space Launch System, which is powered by 25 engines, can achieve speeds up to 27,358 kilometers per hour or 17,000 miles per hour. Nevertheless, even with these advanced spacecrafts reaching Kepler 452b or some sort of the closer exoplanets within circumstellar habitable zones would take millions of years or tens of thousands of years, respectively. It is quite possible that intelligent extraterrestrial life, if it exists, possesses far more advanced travel technologies than our current propulsion systems, and has surpassed our present level of civilization. The late Stephen Hawking believed that direct contact with advanced alien civilizations would inevitably lead to the colonization of Earth by aliens. However, while he was undoubtedly a brilliant mind, his predictions of the unfortunate outcome of contact with extraterrestrial life may not be necessarily held true. It's crucial to consider important questions such as whether aliens share goals similar to ours, whether they have resource and territorial expansion motivations, and what their intentions might be. Therefore, we must approach the search for intelligent extraterrestrial life with a balance of scientific curiosity and caution. Hawking's grave concerns on multiple occasions about humans attempting contact technologically advanced alien civilizations by broadcasting signals into the vastness of space. While he supported the search for alien life through listening, he warned against active attempts to make contact, citing humanity's own history as evidence that advanced aliens may not be benevolent. He believed that the potential for advanced extraterrestrial civilizations to possess more sophisticated technology and weaponry than humanity could lead to disastrous consequences. Hollywood films, such as Independence Day, often sensationalize the drama associated with encounters with such powerful outer space beings. There is a possibility that Stephen Hawking's notion of avoiding contact with extraterrestrial intelligence could be an intelligence trap, as pointed out by Robson. While the Drake equation can estimate the existence of technologically advanced civilizations in our galaxy and beyond, we should also consider the uniqueness of Earth's path to developing Homo sapiens. The Milky Way galaxy alone contains at least 100 billion planets, as suggested by data from Kepler and other sources. So, in short, Stephen Hawking believed that aliens coming here to visit our planet would pretty much be like Christopher Columbus coming here. And it would be a matter of conquering us and not hanging out with us. Because, I mean, if they have the ability to get here, we're pretty much either food or slave work for them. So, I don't know. Something to think about. Something to think about. Anyhow, you guys, that's all I got for you tonight. Come back next week. Tunes for Tuesday, we're going to do Bob Dylan. Me and Bobby Paulson are going to be playing some Bob Dylan tunes for you. And then on Horror Hump Day, we will be handling The Wendigo Part 2. And it's the second to the last chapter in my Sleepwalker book. And then when we finish this book, I'm going to take a week break. Why am I taking a week break? Just for Horror Hump Days, but we have a gig on the 29th, which in Winthrop here. And I need to get more information on that. But it's it's happening on the 29th, and I guess it's on a Wednesday. That's a Horror Hump Day, so it kind of works out perfect. So we'll finish up this book. We'll take a week off of Horror Hump Day, and then when we come back from that, we will start reading my new book, Thin Spots. So anyhow, thanks again, you guys. One of the things I really appreciate is you guys inviting your friends and family to these little live streams of mine, because, well, not only is it great to be able to present my work to other people that don't know me, Facebook, for some reason, only allows me to invite a certain amount of people. And after that, I'm not allowed to invite any more from my friends list. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's a glitch or what. But anyhow, that's kind of the way it is. So the fact that I get more people in here is basically because of you guys inviting others out there. So I appreciate that, liking and sharing and subscribing and all that other stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We will see you guys all next week. Tunes for Tuesday, right here with Bobby and me. Beth, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Kevin, have a great night. Shannon, thank you for having my back and supporting my work. Very much appreciate it. And I will see you all then. And Bobby, we'll see you next week, right? Huh? 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 All right. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. Clap. Mwah. Love you guys. And I am out. And hopefully Kevin's able to sleep tonight.